Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg. Welcome back to Hanging with Mangg. This is episode 12. We're gonna be playing some Dark Souls Prepare to Die edition today because I need some practice, basically. And, yeah. So, I actually don't have a brunch inside of me today, for reasons that I'll discuss later in the episode. Yeah, okay. So, I'm gonna have to, oh yeah, I have the aggression mod on, by the way. I have to discuss kind of the elephant in the room here. Those of you that keep a close watch on the channel this past week may have noticed it's kind of sparse. There wasn't a whole lot going on. I think there was like the roll manging and then like the Mangg Souls, and that was pretty much it. Now, part of that was, of course, it was a holiday weekend. There was Thanksgiving. Yes. But really, that's not the main reason, because I think I did upload a video on Thanksgiving. I recorded a video of Mangg Souls on Thanksgiving. Really, the main reason is because I picked up the new expansion to World of Warcraft. Give me that key. Yes, I know. I'm not really ashamed because, well, one, I'm having quite a bit of fun with it. I mean, I played WoW for quite a while. I'm a WoW fan. So, yeah, you know, I'll pick up the... I said I was going to pick up the expansion, and I did. And, yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. So I've been spending most of my free time with that. And, goodness. See, this is why I need practice. Yep. I gotta just stick to Dark Souls 1 for now. I can't mess with Dark Souls 2 because it messes up the timing. So yeah, it's unfortunate, I guess, that I picked up the expansion because there was some recent games that came out that I also purchased, such as Smash Brothers and Dragon Age Inquisition. So I have not played Smash Brothers since last Sunday, since the Hanging with Mangg. I think that was the last time I played. And I haven't played Dragon Age since... I don't remember. I'm not quite sure. Yeah. And, you know... I feel kind of bad because I should be playing those games and I'm not. So Reefly asked, what did I think of Dragon Age Inquisition so far? He asked that like last Sunday. So here's the thing. I mean, yes, I have been playing a lot of WoW, but I'm not like... If I was that hooked on Dragon Age, I'd be playing it. And so I played through like the beginning part, and I don't know the story at all for that game. It's like I just can't bring myself to care. Like, I don't even really remember the story of for the first Dragon Age. You fought a dragon at some point. And yeah, so like I played through the beginning area, and then the Inquisition was formed. There's an Inquisition in the game. I don't know if that's a spoiler or not. It's in the title, but I don't know. And then like I had my choice of like a bunch of different places to go to, so I went to like some swampy forest area or something. And it was like, well, for one, there was like a dragon fighting a giant there, and I tried to kill the giant, and I died, so it's like Skyrim. And then it was like, look for clues to the warden's disappearance. And so I looked around for like 20 minutes, I couldn't find anything, and then I was like, eh. And then that's the last I played. I don't know. Oh, this is a problem for the aggression mod. Maybe they'll fall off. Yeah, so this is what the aggression mod brings. I'll be doing a full challenge run of this soon enough. So we'll get to see plenty more of this stuff, but this is terrible. This is nightmarish. I don't think I can go past this way. I really don't think I can. They're just gonna sit there. Yeah, so like I played as I started as like a sword and board dwarven fighter guy, and that quickly grew pretty boring because it's just you don't really do anything. It's just like tanking's not really a thing. They want you to think it's a thing, but I don't know how the aggro works in that. It's all sorts of weird, so it was just kind of boring. I didn't do much damage, and it's like, okay. So I switched to two-handed, but even then, it's just like, eh. Why am I not loving this combat as much as I should? But it's like, do I want to like start over now and make a different class? I'd have to go through all that beginning nonsense again. And I like the kind of top-down, like you go to the tactical view. That's pretty cool. I like that. But I don't know, I wasn't hooked immediately. And really, it's a strange comparison, but it's like, how would I compare this to like Baldur's Gate 2? And it's not that strange a comparison, because you're definitely drawing off of that game. But it's just like, it feels kind of limiting, I guess. I mean, yeah, you got this big kind of fantasy world, sure. And, you know, you can go all around, and there's plenty of side quests, but it's just again, I have not put nearly enough time as I should into it, but I was not hooked immediately. Because I was playing it before I got the WoW expansion. Maybe I just picked up a really shitty quest. Looking for clues was really lame. I don't know. I'll get back. I mean, of course I'm going to play it some more. I spent money on it, but yeah, it did not hook me right away. Smash, I don't know. That, like, I feel like I want to play with it. Like, again, the last time I played Smash really was we were sitting on a couch, you know. That doesn't happen anymore, and it's just like, I don't want to play this by myself. That's really lame. That's really lame. But it's like, I have to play online, that's a whole thing, and it's different. And then I play with Ziggy, and he just kicks my ass. So I'm sure I'll play more Smash, but it's not something I'm going to sit down and play. Just, hey, I'm going to play some Smash, you know. And yeah, I didn't upload a single Assassin's Creed video all week. Well, partly because that game really sucks. I mean, I know I gotta finish it, but damn. Damn it. So there'll be more Assassin's Creed. I'll motivate myself. Lords of the Fallen. I'm not really nuts about that game. You know what kind of bothers me is I asked on Twitter before it came out, I was like, should I play through Lords of the Fallen or Sunset Overdrive? And I got 2 replies. One was from Reefly, who said Lords of the Fallen because it's kind of a Souls game, it's kind of my style, it could be interesting. And I agree, he gave a good argument. But then Ziggy's just like, he responded, he's just like, Lords. And I was like, wow, Ziggy actually cares? Ziggy's not watched a single one of those videos that I made. And it's just, so it's kind of like, I could have been playing Sunset Overdrive, which probably would have been more fun. I mean, yeah, nobody voted for Sunset Overdrive, and I didn't know how Lords would be. I was kind of interested in Lords, but... So really, none of the stuff I have going on right now is too interesting to me. So I'm just playing the WoW expansion, which is not what you want to hear from a video maker. Yeah. Yeah. So things will plug along. They'll pick up once my interest in the WoW expansion slows down and the holiday season comes in. And so, on that note, then we can move on to board game stuff. We had Thanksgiving. And so I was kind of expecting Thanksgiving to be a bit of a board gaming extravaganza. You know, have a whole bunch of family there. We'd all sit down after a big meal and just play board games for the whole night. The problem with that plan is children. Children are the worst. Get rid of them. Shoot them into the sun. Children ruin everything. What have children ever done for this planet? Nothing. Vote no on children, because they ruined my board game day. Literally all we got in for board games was like 5 of us playing 2 rounds of For Sale and 2 rounds of Coup. That was it. That was it. And I was really bummed. And then after that, it was just the kids were just driving everybody nuts, and everybody just left, and that was it. And I was like, damn these children. If I was president, things would be different. So yeah, that bummed me out. Let's just kill this guy and get the Uchi Katana. That'll be cool. Yeah, why you? I mean, there's not much I can do about that. It's just kind of, okay, bye. But, yeah, that was a bummer. Then I think the only other board games I participated in was today. We had 4 people here for like an hour and a half. And so I was like, fuck it, I'm busting out Sheriff of Nottingham. And that's what we did. And it was fantastic. It was like my most anticipated game to play this year. And I know I just pretty much discovered board games this year, but it was a big deal. I was really excited about it. And it lived up to the excitement. Exceeded it. It was fantastic. I highly recommend it. 3 to 5 players. Yeah, this is the aggression mod. They'll kill you while you're leveling up. God damn it. I just want to level my decks. 3 to 5 players. It's got bluffing. It's got bribing. It's got negotiating. It's just, oh man, it's a blasty blast is what it is. And it's part of the Dice Tower Essentials line, so it's fully endorsed by Tom Vassell and them. They kind of helped make it happen because they, were so interested in it and loved it. And yeah, I understand now. It's fantastic. I did record. I set up the camera and the mic, and I just kind of left it there. I don't know. I don't even know if the angle was that great or anything like that. I just kind of set it up. So I'll try to do a board manging episode of it, see how it works, because I definitely want to share it with people. I want people to hear about this game. So we'll see if hopefully there'll be a board manging of that. You can see us playing it. It was kind of a bit of a longer game because it was everyone's first game, and I guess I ran out of space before the end. So I don't know what I'll show, but I'll show some gameplay hopefully. Yeah, so that was fantastic. I won as well. As a spoiler, I actually won by quite a landslide. It was magnificent. I was shocked at how well I won. But I didn't even care about winning. I've said that before, but Ziggy, who generally does care about winning, he was last place. And he afterwards was like, we're definitely playing this next time. This is fantastic. So yes, it's just a game. You care about the journey more than the destination. It was, yeah, great stuff. I also got in a few board games. I got in Chinatown, which was recently reviewed by the Shut Up and Sit Down guys. And that's just like a freewheeling, trading, awesome Gavilan wheel, Gavilan deal kind of game. And that really interests me. Much kind of in the vein of Sheriff of Nottingham, where there's just another one of those pure social interaction games. So that one interested me quite a bit. I'm glad to have that. I picked up Lifeboats. Yeah, there's the Black Knight. Lifeboats is kind of like Diplomacy light. Diplomacy very light, but still backstabbery. Ow. Basically, you're all in a bunch of lifeboats that are sinking, and you're trying to get to land before all the boats sink. And so you gotta kind of like vote on who gets thrown overboard and shit like that. And so, perfect game for families. God damn it, this is a bad combo. Okay, he's dead. It's okay. Now we can parry. We can practice parrying. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, I swear. Oh! Eat shit! Yeah, so lifeboats. That'll be fun for some family get-together after Christmas or something. How you like them parries? Ah! 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 Okay, bad. Bad. And then I also picked up Twilight Struggle. Damn it. Way too slow. If you know anything about board games, about the modern board gaming world or anything like that, you'll probably know that Twilight Struggle is the #1 ranked game on Board Game Geek, which is kind of a big deal. And it's been #1 for quite a while. I don't know how long. A few years, something like that. Maybe longer. It came out in 2005, so probably quite a while now. And it's not about to be replaced anytime soon. And when I first, looked into board games and all that, and you know about these ranking systems, and you know, Board Game Geek and all that, you know, the first question is, what's the #1 rated game? Because you got to have that, right? It's the #1 rated game in the world. This has got to be the best. And so you look it up, and he's like, Twilight Struggle. What is that? Sounds kind of cool. What is it? Oh, it's a simulation of Cold War politics and, yeah, and espionage between the U.S. and the USSR. Huh. Damn it. That does not sound as thrilling as the #1 board game should be. And it's for 2 players, and it's like 3 hours long, and it's like, huh, what's the #2 rated game? Aha. And that's what I thought for quite a while. I was like, that's not really my thing. But so I finally picked it up, as mentioned. And because, for one, it is the #1 rated game on Board Game Geek. It's been a while. It's been there a while, and it's not about to be replaced. So it's guaranteed, you know. This is undoubtedly a good game, okay? And 2 was, you know, I started actually reading up about it. And, you know, people, you know, of course, raved about it, but they also said you didn't even need to be into history to like it. You know, they had people that they played with that didn't care about Cold War history at all, that loved it. And, you know, they said that it was not that difficult to learn, but the interplay between cards and dynamics and stuff like that is so impressive as far as game design goes that it's really a masterpiece. And so, you know, I read all this stuff, and it was like, yeah, all right, how can I really call myself a board game collector or anything like that and not have this piece of board gaming history? So I picked up the deluxe edition, and yeah, it's sitting on the shelf. The only person I'll probably ever get to play with me is Ziggy, because he is a history buff. He's a history major, going to be a history professor, and he's, you know, he's a board gamer, I guess. You know, he's a gamer, so it's not too complicated for him or anything. And, yeah, that's probably the only person I'll ever really get to play with for at least a while. God damn it. And, so I don't know when I'll get to play it with him, probably in January or so. But I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I was kind of reading the rules, and the rules are not that complicated. It's kind of like a, I guess area control is what you'd kind of call it, but there's a lot of cards you get to play, and the way the cards interact with each other is very interesting. There's potential for a lot of combos, and, you know, trying to guess what your opponent has in their hand and what they're going to play and how it interacts with what you're going to play. It's all kind of stuff like that. So I'm interested in it, which is not what I would have said a few months ago. Yeah, and then I ordered an X-Wing miniature for Ziggy, because I got free shipping from Cool Stuff, and he wanted it because it's the YT 2400 or something like that. It's Dash Rendar's ship. And he was really into that. So another ship for the fleet. Speaking of that, Star Wars Armada came out recently, or is about to come out, something like that, and that's kind of like a continuation of their X-Wing line that features more on just giant ship battles. X-Wing is more about dogfighting between, you know, smaller ships. Armada is about the big battle cruisers and things like that. So it's a step up, but I don't really see the benefit of investing in both lines. You know, if you've invested into X-Wing, I'm not really sure what Armada. Slight improvements, like there's a different maneuver system, but I'm in the X-Wing camp, because the X-Wing camp has the Millennium Falcon, and I'm all about the Falcon. I don't know if this is a spoiler. It might be. But since I mentioned the Falcon, how can I not mention the new Star Wars teaser that I saw in theaters? Like, apparently the teaser, which, yeah, it leaked online, sure, but it was only being shown in like 30 theaters across the country on Friday, and I happened to be in one where it was showing, and I happened to get to see it, and it was just like, I saw like a comic strip that was just like, oh man, Star Wars, the prequels were such a letdown, and man, I don't know, I guess, you know, we'll take a look at this, see how it is, and then you watch the teaser, and then afterwards it's just like you're a 6-year-old kid again. It's just like, oh, Star Wars, yeah, that's kind of what it was like. I was cynical beforehand. I was like, I don't know. Episode 7, is that what we're doing? And then afterwards, just like, oh my god, the Falcon, yes! Star Wars! That's what it was like. It was great. I can't wait. I really can't wait. Yeah. So, that was a separate thing, but yes. Okay. So yeah, that's about it for board games that I played and bought. How you like that, Perry? Terrible. Most embarrassing. I'm really gonna die. Yep. God damn it. I suck. Okay, so briefly asked, what video game franchise would you like to see a board game of that doesn't already exist? It's an interesting question because it lets me talk about board games based on video games. As you can imagine, there are some. Not as many that you'd really think. I mean, as far as designer board games go. There are plenty of versions of Monopoly based on everything and everything. But board games, like modern designer board games based on video game franchises, there are a few, but I'm really just interested in talking about the good one. Like there's one based on the Uncharted series, which I hear isn't terrible. I don't think it's ranked that highly because probably people think like how good could it really be, you know. There's a Gears of War board game, which is surprisingly good apparently. I've not played it, but people rave about it. They like it, which is interesting. You wouldn't think a Gears of War board game would be that good, but apparently it is. Then there's the Age of Empires 3 board game, which was apparently included in like an Age of Empires 3 Collector's Deluxe Edition or something like that. It came with a board game called Age of Discovery. That apparently is a pretty solid worker placement game. Then I think the highest rated board game based on a video game on Board Game Geek is Civilization. Sid Meier's Civilization. It's a Civilization game. So it's kind of, I think, emulates the computer series in that you're trying to build up your empire and stuff like that. It's apparently pretty good, if not lengthy, much like the computer game. Got this parrying down natch. Look at that shit. Oh, nice. Need 18 decks, and okay, plenty of strength. Yes. I'm trying to think of other. There's the Firefly game. Well, no, that's a show. So I guess you could include shows in that. There's a Firefly game. There's Battlestar Galactica. There's... Ow. Yeah, there aren't that many great ones. So, the question is, which video game franchise would I like to see? Well, as mentioned earlier, Dark Souls would be cool. Like, I'm not even going to worry about how they would do it, because if they can make a Gears of War board game that's good, they can handle Dark Souls. So that would be interesting. Oh my gosh, they actually came down just to fight me. Fallout would be very cool. I'd love to see a game with that theme, that series. Again, I don't know how they would do it, but it would be cool. I think Pokemon would be cool. And I'm not talking Pokemon trading card game or anything like that. I'm talking like a Pokemon board game where you're actually trying to raise up a pet, you know, a Pokemonster of your own, and you battle and stuff. That would be cool in my opinion. I don't know why it doesn't exist. Probably because of the trading card game. Ow. They don't need a board game. I rolled! Pokemon I think would be cool. What else? I mean, you could pretty much take any franchise and put it into a board game, but I guess the question is then how the theme would be the thing. Monster Hunter, I think they're making some kind of board game that borrows a lot from Monster Hunter. I don't remember what it's called. I don't know when it's coming out. It's not out yet, but it's like you're gathering like parts from monsters and growing stronger. And yes, I will buy that. God damn it, this mod. I don't know what else. Final Fantasy? I guess I'm kind of surprised there's not like a big mainstream Final Fantasy game, but it's... Wow, I'm almost certain I blocked that one. There's the StarCraft board game, there's the Warcraft board games. That's kind of a thing. There's no Diablo board game that I know of. So yeah, I guess that's about all I can answer for that question. Fallout would probably be my major pick. That would be great. Okay. So I think that's about it for board game discussion. So, okay, yeah, so Thanksgiving was... It was alright. There was, like, Thanksgiving, it's always just like, it's supposed to be, let me just sit there and eat as much food as possible, but I can't really do that because it's... Then I have to listen to the conversations that people have. And people are morons. That's a very elitist thing to say. But I don't know, I don't want to sit there and discuss your hunting trip. That's so boring. And I know I'm sitting here and talking about board games. But it's like, if I have a group of people together, We're gonna sit there, have dinner, and converse. Can't we at least make it somewhat intellectual? But they're talking about, like, how family members are and lame stories, and it's just like, you know, I don't expect my family to sit there with me and discuss cognitive dissonance or something like that, but can't we talk about, like, how they digitized a worm's brain and put it inside a robot? That's freaking incredible, man. Why are we not discussing this? Yeah, so generally I just eat a quick plate and then that's about it. I was like, let's get to board games. We don't have to discuss anything then. But that didn't happen. So then, okay, so the big deal this year for Thanksgiving in, well, I mean in America, obviously, is normally, of course, there's the Black Friday. People shop on Black Friday, crazy good deals and all that. I myself have once or twice shopped on Black Friday. And that's fine and dandy. Black Friday, great. Damn it. Look at you in that fat roll. Oh. We got company, man. I just really wanted to kill Solaire because I never get to do it. God damn it. Oh, I got Estus suddenly. Nice. Good God. God! Ugh. This aggression mod. Oh yeah, so Black Friday, it's fine. It's been around for quite a while. I don't see it going anywhere. The problem is it's getting worse. Because now the sales start on Thanksgiving. That may have been true last year, I don't really remember, but it affected our family this year because people left Thanksgiving to go shop. That should not be a thing. Like, that just seems so wrong. And I'm not even like... A lot of people are arguing it because, you know, they've worked in retail, having to work on Thanksgiving is terrible and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, that is true as well. I think that's fucked up. But just families splitting up on Thanksgiving during a holiday to go to a store to shop is just, it doesn't seem right. It just doesn't seem right. And so that's partly actually why the board gaming thing didn't work out, is because we lost a good chunk of people to go shopping. And so yeah, I was very much against it. The problem is Walmart was selling a 50-inch TV for like 215 bucks. And so I ended up having one of them pick it up for me for Christmas. So it's kind of like blood money, really. I'm against this whole idea, but I will reap the rewards. I will take advantage of it, regardless. Yeah. Not much to say, really. I'm looking forward to my TV on Christmas, but still, this is terrible. But, and I asked one of them that was going, I was like, so what are you going to do next year when the deals are from 1 to 2 p.m. on Thanksgiving Day? Like, are you gonna go? Are you gonna take part in that? Are you gonna just miss out on Thanksgiving because of the awesome deals? She did not have an answer. She just pretty much said, and she didn't respond. I was like, yep, that's my answer right there. at this parrying shit. I got that down, no problem. So yeah, that was kind of bullshit. Looking forward to my TV, but bullshit. Yeah. Not much else to say about that. Got you. Got you, Solaire. I don't give a shit about your son. Take your armor. Alright. So then on... Yeah, I went to see Hunger Games at the Bistro on Black Friday. That was... Actually, that was not as good as I wanted it to be. And I died again. Actually, I didn't die. I'm amazing. Oh, I just kicked the fucking thing. Yeah, so... For one, I ordered the grande nachos or whatever with ground beef. It didn't come with ground beef. So basically, like, it was like a snack. It was literally just chips with cheese on it. I ain't about that. Those are not nachos. That's chips with cheese. And so, wait a minute. What? Did it not? I gotta kill these guys. That was very upsetting. And I'm not the type of person that complains. Anybody else pretty much ever would complain about that. Be like, hey, I ordered ground beef. But I really don't like to be a bother. I just like, fine, I'll just eat this and watch the damn movie. Leave me alone. Which is funny because my sister, well, one of my sisters is the complete opposite. Like, if she doesn't like what's going on, people will know. People will know soon. So we're kind of complete opposites there. Yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal that they fucked up. And I should just say, you fucked up. But it's just not my way, man. Alright, let's try and just kill the gargoyles. That'll be the goal. Let's equip... Well, actually, let's equip all this stuff. It'll be cool. Can look like Solaire. We will also probably fat roll, yes. So we will not look like Solaire. I'll accept it. And we can use the Uchigatana. Yeah, Solaire ain't about that shit. Okay, so yeah, that was kind of a bummer. Ow. And then the movie itself was kind of disappointing. Like, I've never really loved any of them. But it was like... Whoop. I was gonna try and cut off his tail. But... I didn't. I was too slow. They split this third book or whatever into 2 movies. Part 1, Part 2. Which is kind of bullshit. That don't benefit anybody. And so I feel like it suffered because of that. It just felt really slow. Like, there was just a lot of dramatic filler. It, it was, yeah, because, like, I loved Interstellar. It was, like, close to my movie of the year. Everybody else said it was so slow and boring. But then they thought this movie was not slow. It was like, that's ridiculous. Just because, what, it's filled with people crying? I ain't trying to see that. So it was just kind of not much happened. It was just a filler movie. And that rarely happens. Like a filler episode of an anime or something, sure, but a filler movie? That's too much. So yeah, I was kind of disappointed. I mean, yeah, I know it's a young adult thing, and it's for teenage girls and shit, but I liked the first couple, because there was the Hunger Games. There's no Hunger Games in this new one. It's like baby's first dystopia, you know? It's just, oh, there's the big evil government, and we're just the little rebels, and no. That's what it is. This is kind of problematic, isn't it? Doesn't this have a thrust? Oh no, it's just got that. That don't help me. It kind of does. So yeah, I wasn't crazy about it. But I'll go see the final one, because that's probably when the interesting stuff happens. Hopefully. Friday night, we went out to Applebee's. Not much really happened there, I don't think. No, relatively run-of-the-mill Applebee's trip. Saturday, we went out to Applebee's again. There's 3 of us. We went back to our old haunt. God, ugh, the aggression. Such aggression. That Applebee's last night was the most packed that I've ever seen any Applebee's. It was, like, I had to park in the Red Robin parking lot. Because it was just, man, I don't know what was going on last night. Wall to wall. And, so we were scoping out prospects, as we do. There was a large table near us. Like, there was probably 14 people there. And it was very confusing to us. There was a large range of ages and genders. There were some girls our age, maybe slightly younger, and then it went all the way up to, like, grandpas. And everything in between. Mostly women, though. And so we were like, what kind of, you know, family get-together is this 1 a.m. at an Applebee's? And so, of course, we made jokes, and we were watching, and some of them were pretty respectful, as you might say. And later on, like, they were drinking. Like, they were taking shots and stuff like that, and I was like, wow, what kind of family is this? And, slowly but surely, the group started to disperse, started to filter out. Isn't there like a I sworn there was like a running attack for this one. Okay, there's that one, but I thought it was like a swipe, or is that the... No, I don't know what... I don't know. I like that plunge, or that stab. It's good. Whoop. Gonna die. And so eventually there was only like 4 of them left, or something like that. There were a couple of women in like their 40s. And then a couple girls our age, maybe slightly younger. God. And one of them was pretty cute. Kind of like a blonde, young Emily Browning with maybe slightly more Russian in her. And so, to quote Eminem, that's the kind of girl I can take a liking to. And so it was down to just like the 4 of them. I was like, okay, we can work this. I'm not drunk at all, but I don't need to be. She wasn't drinking. Maybe she's like the DD. We got that going for us. It could all work out. It's a beautiful plan. It just makes everybody look better. I'm not the DD ever. We don't do that shit. We don't support that program. But we could pretend to. It makes us all look better. And, but then she left. And I was like... And so then the 2 40-year-old women and one of the our age people, who was not that attractive, they went and sat at the bar. And so eventually one of my buddies went over and sat next to them, and then the other friend went and sat next to him, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to sit by myself. I had to go sit at the bar here. And I didn't say much. So it's like, it's one chick, not that attractive, and she has a boyfriend. I'm not trying to hook up with some drunk mom. There's not much here for me. But it was a funny conversation anyways. As my friends tried to lure these middle-aged women back to a house. It didn't work out eventually, but they tried. And let's see. Yeah, so finally Applebee's closed. We got kicked out. No luck with the moms. And so we decided to go to our friend's house anyways. And he was not in town. So we broke in. Because he had just changed all his locks. And he had like this new keypad combination to his front door to prevent intruders. And yet he told the very people that would break into his house the combination. So it wasn't very smart on his end. But we were worried. We weren't sure that he wasn't going to be home. So we parked like half a block away. We went up to his garage and we put we turned on like the lights on our phones and peeked into his garage window. And it's just like, if anybody looked over this way and saw this, they would call the cops immediately. And so we opened up his garage door. There was nothing in there. And then we went into his house and we just started rummaging through everything. So we would like flip on lights and start opening up drawers and stuff, and it's just like, again, if anybody saw this, probably call the cops. But we were okay. And man, oh man, we went through this guy's house. Now this, I think I've said this before, this guy's not really our friend. I've never seen a couple of people so blissfully ignorant of how much everyone around them really hates them. Like, they have no idea. And it's just, Nobody likes them. We're breaking into this guy's house. And of course just ridiculing everything about his life. And we went through everything. Like, everything in his house. We were there till like 5 in the morning. We went through, like, his bank statements. Like, I know how much is in his trust fund. And I'm not saying I'm a good person for doing this. I'm not defending my actions. I wouldn't do this to somebody. I wouldn't do this to a stranger, and I wouldn't do this to somebody I cared about. But he's right in the middle. The perfect middle ground where I'm okay to do this. We got into his laptop then. And we combed that thing pretty clean. And bottom line is, this guy's really boring. He really did not have much fun stuff going on in his house or on his laptop. Like, he just downloads a lot of music. I mean, yeah, if I reported him to, like, the MPAA or whatever it is, okay, fine. But other than that, like, we read all his Facebook messages again with his girlfriend, and it was just like they talk about shits and stuff, and it's just like, aren't there supposed to be, like, nude pictures? Or what do people in relationships do with their lives? What the hell is this? This is boring. Yeah. And that was pretty much it. We went through all of his search history, which was also really boring. He had a main computer that we couldn't get into. I tried, but I did not have sufficient tools on hand to get in. And, so maybe there would have been more dirt on there, but, yeah, it was unfortunate. I mean, it wasn't like a wasted night or anything, but could have been a lot better. And so, yeah, that's why I missed brunch today, is because I got to bed at like 5:30, because I was breaking into another guy's house. And that was our Saturday. Again, if that offends you, I'm sorry. I can see how it could, that, you know, we didn't really commit a crime, because he did give us permission to go into his house when he's not there. Maybe not in the capacity that that happened, because the one guy that he gave the code to, he works out there. So he gave him the code so he could go in and work out when he was gone. That's why we had the combination. So I don't think he really wanted us in his house at 4 in the morning, rummaging through his bank statements. But beggars can't be choosers, man. These are your friends. Yeah. It's kind of scary, though. You never know who could be in your house looking through your stuff. Yeah, so that was Saturday night. Not much else to really say there. This is a difficult mod, though. This is going to be an interesting challenge run when I do it. I'm not really picking... I would not use the Uchikatana when I do this run properly, but we're just screwing around. I don't know how long I've been recording. So yeah. Whoop. I think I'm out of things to discuss, unfortunately. That's why I need more questions asked. Those help. For anyone curious, I have still been using Tinder, but no, it's like gotten even worse than it was. At this point, I just kind of check it every few days. I just like swipe right for everything. I don't even look at it anymore. It's devolved so much from the start. I don't look at it anymore. I just swipe through as quickly as possible, and still don't get any matches. So that's Tinder. Working great for my buddy, but not so much for me and my friend. Alright, let's try. I'm gonna just try and run through as quickly as I can. I want to fight the gargoyles. Oh god. That's how you die. That's how you die. I gave it one more shot. That was terrible. I think this has been a long episode, actually. Oh, at one point when we were talking to the older ladies, I don't know, I said something and they were like, "Oh, don't listen to him. He's wearing a Jaguars hat." And one of them was like, "Yeah, what's up with that?" And I'm like, best team in the league." She's like, "Haven't you heard of the Packers?" And I'm just like, fuck the Packers. And saying fuck the Packers in a bar in Wisconsin during football season, it produces the exact same response as in Game of Thrones when the Hound said fuck the king in that like tavern. That's the exact same thing. This kind of stunned silence where they're not really sure if they just heard that. It's brilliant. I gotta use it more often. Because I know at some point I'm just gonna get this belligerent drunk that's actually gonna want to fight me. Just because I said that. And that'll be a bad day for him. Because I'm sure that I'll be pretty sober at that time. It was just great. It was a great look on their faces. Yeah. Alright, we'll give the gargoyles one shot here, and then I think we'll end it. Because this is not really hanging with Mangg at this point. This is just Dark Souls. Oh wait, let me summon Solaire. I'm just kidding. Get staggered, bitch. Ah! I didn't do as much damage as I wanted to, actually. Don't you want to breathe fire? Fire's awesome. See? Buddy knows what he's doing. Actually, I don't know about that fire breathing. You know, actually, this fire idea could have been differently planned, actually. It's gonna hurt. Okay, get rid of lock on. That doesn't help. Get rid of the... Alright. Yeah. Anyways, that had nothing to do with the aggression mod at all. That's just me being shit. Anyways, I think that's gonna wrap it up for today. We got to discuss Twilight Struggle and MILFs and felonies. And, yeah, that's great. Not a bad week at all. Alright, so my name is Mangg. This has been Hanging with Mangg, episode 12, I believe. How far can it go? And I'll see you fine folks next week.